The air in the lawyer's conference room was too warm. I noticed it right away, that heavy, recirculated heat that makes you want to crack a window. No one else seemed to feel it. My mother was already laughing at something my sister whispered, their heads tilted together like they'd rehearsed the moment. I sat at the far end of the table, the end facing the window, the end where you can see everyone but no one looks at you. The lawyer, Mr. Daly, cleared his throat. He'd known our grandfather for 40 years. He didn't smile at my mother's laughter. The reading began. Standard things first, small bequest to old employees, a donation to the library. Then my sister's name, $6.9 million, cash, liquid. My sister actually clapped. My father patted her shoulder. My mother said, well, someone was loved, and glanced at me sideways just to watch me receive it. I received it. Then my name, a single dollar bill, folded, attached to the document with a paperclip. My mother laughed, not a small laugh, a real one, chest deep, relieved. Go earn your own, she said, like she'd been saving it. My father nodded, slow and satisfied. My sister examined her nails. And my mother added, just loud enough for the room, some kids just don't measure up. I looked at the dollar. It was crisp, new. The way Grandpa always carried cash, fresh from the bank, folded precisely. Mr. Daly cleared his throat again. There's one more item, a letter. Mr. Cross requested it be read aloud in full, regardless of the circumstances at the time of reading. My mother waved her hand. Fine, fine. Let's wrap this up. Mr. Daly unfolded the paper. He adjusted his glasses, and he began to read. To my daughter and son-in-law, to my granddaughters. My mother sighed theatrically. I've watched you for 62 years, Margaret. Watched how you love. Watched who you love. I've kept notes. The room changed, not temperature, something else. Pressure. You borrowed $43,000 in 1992 to expand the boutique. You never repaid it. You borrowed $112,000 in 1998 for the house renovation. You told me it was a gift. I let you believe that. You borrowed $200,000 in 2007 when your business partner sued. I paid the settlement. You never asked how. Mother's hands found the table edge. I gave Jennifer a trust fund early, my money, not yours, because you insisted she have it at 21. You told me it was for a down payment. She bought a sports car and a vacation home. I never said a word. I was waiting. Sister stopped examining her nails. I knew you'd do this. I knew you'd sit in that room and show my Ella exactly who you are. The $1 was never for her. It was for you. A test you failed in public, where I could finally prove it. Mother opened her mouth. Mr. Daly held up a hand and kept reading. The manufacturing company transferred to Ella 6 months ago. She owns it, every share, the building on 4th Street, the equipment, the contracts. She owns the house you live in, Margaret. It was purchased through the company in 1998. She owns the cars in the driveway. She owns the boat your husband bought last year, financed through company credit. She owns all of it. My father stopped breathing. I heard it, the inhale that just hung there. You raised Jennifer to take. You raised Ella to build. I spent 20 years teaching her how things work, not how things feel. She knows the difference. You're about to find out. The lawyer has my real will. This letter is all the law requires. Ella, your grandmother's ring is in my workshop, 3rd drawer, under the blueprints. It was always yours. The rest of you wanted her to earn her own. Now she has. You wanted her to measure up. Now you'll have to measure up to her. I loved you, Margaret. I just never liked who you became. Ella does. That's the difference. Dad silence. Then my mother screamed. Not words, just sound, raw and unfocused, like something breaking that couldn't be fixed. She turned to Mr. Daly, then to me, then back to the letter, as if reading it again would change the words. My father said, that's not, he wasn't, and stopped. He didn't have a sentence. My sister stood up, sat down, stood up again. The money, she said. The $6 million, that's mine, that's separate. Mr. Daly folded the letter. The $6 million is yours. It was your grandfather's personal account. The company is separate. The assets held by the company are separate. I'd advise all of you to retain counsel before making any decisions about, I own the house. I heard myself say it, not loud. Just confirming. Mother stopped screaming, looked at me like she'd never seen me before. The house, the cars, the boat, the building, Mr. Daly said. Personally, I'd take a week before discussing it. Emotions are high. He slid a key across the table toward me, small, silver, worn at the edges. He said you'd know what it opens. I did. The workshop, the place where I learned to measure twice, cut once, where Grandpa taught me that people like wood have grain, and if you go against it, everything splits. I took the key, stood up, walked to the door. My mother said my name. Just my name, nothing else. I kept walking. The hallway was long, carpeted, quiet. I didn't feel victorious. I felt tired and cold, and strangely grateful that Grandpa had known and always known and had spent those years teaching me, not telling me. The workshop smelled the same, oil and sawdust and coffee left too long. The 3rd drawer under the blueprints. The ring, small diamond, simple band. Her hands, my hands, the same hands. I sat on the stool he always sat on, looked at the ring, thought about what comes next. I own the house. They live in it. I own the cars. They drive them. I own the company. They need it. I didn't decide anything in that moment. I just sat there in the quiet and let the weight settle. Grandpa used to say, when you have leverage, you don't have to use it. You just have to know you have it. I finally understood.